All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The Saturday Showdown series is back in action. It's race number 3 of the season, and it is Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh man, the classic American racetrack. This is a tough one, it's a bumpy one, and it's going to get wild when the lights go out. That's right, it's going to be a night race here at Charlotte. Hang on to your horses, boys. This is TurnLeftTV. Well, this Saturday Showdown series tackles the mile-and-a-half at Charlotte. Who's got what it takes to survive this tough track? 100 laps to figure it out. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. We got a good one for you here tonight. Today, depending on your perspective, it is Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I'm your host, Heath Johnson. In race number 3 of the season, we've had a really good turnout here so far. And today is no exception. Great mile-and-a-half oval in Concord, North Carolina. Take a look at the track overlay here. Again, one of those cookie cutters-ish. I mean, the tri-oval area is pretty tough on this track, in my opinion, and it's very bumpy. Turns in or banking in the turns at 24 degrees, down the straights at 5 degrees. And it should be a fun race today. Right now, we just have about a minute and a half or so, I guess a little under a minute and a half, about minute 15 or so in the practice session before we head over to qualifications. I'd like to thank you for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I hope everybody's behaving themselves today and having a little coffee or maybe a adult beverage. Here watching this stream, or a water, whatever your poison may be. Hey, thanks for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. And then also, if you'd like to share my videos with all your friends on any social media program where you can share YouTube videos, you're more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. Please click on those links down in the description of this race and follow those over to the Fanatec website and help me out. Thanks to all those folks who have done so. Either visited the website or purchased something through them. I really appreciate that. And supporting TurnLeftTV and me for these race broadcasts. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to give another way, there's a donate button up in the banner of the channel. You can make a donation straight through PayPal. We got a great one here for you tonight, and it is Charlotte Motor Speedway. A tough track, a fun track, but I tell you what, you can't think about NASCAR, stock cars, without thinking about Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is, really kind of where it all began, so to speak, in that area of the country. So I'm excited about this. It's going to be a great race, and we're ready to go over the qualification session, I believe. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you want an rFactor 2 server or host your website, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. No matter where you are in the world, you can find you a local server, especially for rFactor 2. If you're interested in hosting a league and you need an rFactor 2 server, or maybe just one to get your friends out on and do some pickup races and so forth, this is who we have our servers with, and the website, highoctaneracing.net. Head on over there and help us out. Support HORL. You'll get to see times what guys are running throughout the week, and of course, what all the current point standings are in the various leagues that we happen to be running. Don't forget a quick link to TurnLeftTV. Should have that bookmarked anyway. So these guys are in the qualification session right now. Preston Hassel here in the 27 car, getting his qualification attempt in. Take a look at his lap here in the 27. .465 so far. Paul Brown is the top time with a 29.108. Vanderman shown second. Hassel now drops to the fourth position as Will Dunbar jumps up to the second spot in quals. Look at this second lap here for Preston Hassel. .361, jumps back up to third. Now he's bumped down, back down to fourth. We got a dogfight there for top five. Alexander Meshkov with the 77 car, his qualification attempt. Second lap there. Right now he is seventh on the grid. So 29.450 for Meshkov. Nikolai Bezrikov joining us out here for the first time in the stock car series. Good to see the 23 car out. GT3 series champion. Might even have a championship in the IndyCar series as well, man. This guy's a jack of all trades. He really get in a car and make it work at any track. So good to see Nikolai Bezrikov out. Bezrikov right now with a fifth place car, 29.316 on that first lap. .130, jumping up to fourth on the grid for Bezrikov. First, we'll take a look at the schedule here in the Saturday Showdown Series next week. Next week we're off for Christmas. Is Christmas next week? My heavens. Bristol Motor Speedway coming up on January the 1st. Everybody's going to be hungover and mad and ready to beat and bang around on each other at a short track. Indy following that. You see Texas, Nashville, and Talladega, all those 4 tracks there on the back half of the schedule. That's the boys joining us in here. Jim Willis, Will D, Michael Brooks. Hopefully he gets feeling better here very soon. Givaldo, first one in. As always, good to see Givaldo out. Good luck to him tonight. Guy just loves to race, and he loves to race here at HORL as well. Best of luck to all those drivers. And a well wish to Michael Brooks for a speedy recovery. Faster than he is on the track. Take a look at that Dennis Udichin right now in the qualification session. .044 is the time to beat. Udichin's currently second on the grid. Excuse me, 7th on the grid. So Udichin looks like 29 or 22, a little over 22 there. Or 30, I should say. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Do I have to add? Jim Willis, 53 car. With his qualification attempt. .413. Willis currently 13th on the grid. He's going to have to pick up some speed here in lap number 2. He's the last one to qualify. I think we're going to have a few more people joining who have missed qualification. Here we go, off turn 4. Jim Willis close out the qualification session. 29.364, jumps up to 11th on the grid. So good job to Jim Willis. Don't forget, later tonight we have some more Stock Car Series action for you. That's right, the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup cars, will be in action at Nashville Super Speedway. 110 laps there, race number 5 of the season. Now, this should be a great one, man. It's an abrasive track, a lot of room to race here, flat track, but a lot of fun. I think you're going to see guys managing tires and looking for long-run cars here at Nashville. So come on out and join us. We call this Beat Up the Broadcaster Night. Racing will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, who got the big win last week? That was Paul Brown at Daytona. Man, it was a tight race. 41 had a little bit of help there from the 12 car. The 12 running in the second position. Pavlov Filimonov in the 57 was down on the inside line. Had a couple smokers there on that green-white checker. 29 of Zach Casey in third coming off the turn. The 57 had a little bit of help there from that 21, and the 85, big wreck behind him down the backstretch and racing to the checker flag. The 41, the 12 up on the outside line, and Paul Brown was able to come away with a victory, but he just inched out Pavel Filimonov. John Stanley almost had P2, but Pavel held off. 21, Lucas Simpler fourth. Casey finishes in the fifth position, so good top five run there for him. What a great race that was. A little bit of too many cautions, but it really did end up being an interesting race. Let's look at the qualification results. See, Paul Brown qualifies in P1 with 29.044. Gary Madu in his first race out, 63 car, 29.050. Start outside pole. Will Dunbar starts in the third position. Nikolai Bezrikov will start fourth. Alexander Macon starts in the fifth position. Zach Casey will start sixth. Dennis Uterchin will start in the seventh position. Stanislav Avlov starts in the eighth spot. Dennis Vandeven ninth. Preston Hassel will start in the 10th position. Starting in 11th will be Jim Willis. Eugene Zaglotko starts 12th. John Stanley 13th in that 12 car. Alexander Meshkov will start 14th. Pavel Filimonov starts in the 15th position. Javaldo Spindola 16th. Jeffrey Trevor in his first race out will start in the 17th position. We got Ed Palumbo and Christian Wilson also joining us, who are not shown in the qualification results. They will start 18th and 19th respectively. Take a look at our side-by-side and make sure that's working. Looks like it is. That's good news. All right, looks like we have just under 6 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. We'll take a look at the point standings coming into tonight's race after 2 races. Paul Brown with 90 points sits in P1. John Stanley second in points. Pavel Filimonov is third. Leon Ganari, who I don't see him today, is fourth in points. Ed Palumbo fifth. You see Stanislav Pavlov sixth. Vasily Katanakis is in the 7th position. Denis Yudichin 8th in points. Alexander Beshkov 9th. And Will Dunbar rounding out the top 10 in points coming into tonight's race. Talladega Super Speedway headed your way on Friday, December the 31st. New Year's Eve at Talladega. Interested in coming out and want to skip the festivities? Come on out. Kiss your girlfriend. Come on out. Tell her you'll kiss her after midnight. It's fine. Actually, you'll be done before midnight, so you can still get that in. Race number 8 of the season. 70 laps at Talladega in the Bushwhacker Series. What a great series this is on Friday night. So come on out and join us. Of course, that'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, here are my keys to the race. Ready? Bumps. Learn how to manage the bumps. This track, man, will knock the steering wheel out of your hand. Turn down your force feedback just a little bit. Manage the tri-oval, man. I think a lot of stuff can happen. When I say manage the tri-oval, that means coming off turn 4, when you go through that tri-oval area, man, things are going to get really tight in a hurry, and you got to be careful. So manage your tri-oval. Learn how to be patient there. Pit stops on point, man. It's hard to get on pit lane, on and off pit lane. So make sure you practice that and have those on point. And then patience in traffic. You are going to be racing in traffic, especially in that tight quarters that is the tri-oval. So you're going to have to be careful. Be patient. Patient really in going through that tri-oval area, but just patient in traffic in general. And of course, patient when you're coming off pit stops. I always like to err on the side of being really, really conservative on how I come into the pits and not trying not to speed. That would be devastating at a track like this. So those are my keys to the race. Good luck to everybody today. And again, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Peace, thumbs up to you. We got a good one here for you tonight. About 2 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. So about a minute left. Here in the warm-up session. 19 drivers joining us. How about this? We got a new driver here, 25, Jeffrey Trevor. The man with 2 first names. Good to see Jeffrey out here tonight. 25 car. Best of luck to him. Ed Palumbo in here picking his winner, Paul Brown. Will D looks like he's rooting for Dennis Vandeman to win the race. I'm going to pick my winner. I'm going with all right. You ready, boys and girls? I'm going to go with John Staple Gun Stanley to win this race here tonight. He's been right there, so keep your eye on the 12 car. All right, boys and girls, I think it's about that time. It's Charlotte Motor Speedway, race number 3 of the season. And this should be a big one here at Charlotte. So hopefully everybody is going to maintain.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshal, singer, songwriter, megastar, and Ford truck man, Toby Keith.
It's time to get in, sit down, shut up, hold on, drivers, start your engine!
All right, the starting order here today. Paul Brown starts in P1. Gary Madu starts in the 2nd position. Will Dunbar starts 3rd. Nikolai Bezrikov starts in the 4th position. Starting in 5th is Alexander Macon. In 6th will be Zachman Casey. Dennis Udichin starts in the 7th position, and Stanislav Pavlov starts in 8th. Starting in the 9th position is Dennis Vandeven. Preston Hassel will start 10th. Jim Willis starts in the 11th position, and Eugene Zaglatko starts in 12th. Starting in the 13th position is John Stanley. Alexander Bashkov starts 14th. Pavel Filimonov will start 15th. And Givaldo Spindola starts in the 16th position. Starting in 17th will be Jeffrey Trevor in his first race out. Christian Wilson starts 18th. Ed Palumbo will start in the 19th position. So a big field here, and hopefully we have a good, clean race today. We're looking for caution-free. I don't know if that's a too high of a bar to set for this series, but we'll see. A lot of drivers that are not familiar with racing around each other out here on the track at the same time. So keep your fingers crossed. This track is a little bit easier than what you might think, and it can get away from you in a hurry. Paul Brown in the 41 will lead the field to take the green flag. The 63 of Gary Madu up on the outside line. The pace car coming off the track. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go!
Green, green, green. Looks like the 63 did not get off to a good start. He's lost some positions. He's dropped back to the 6th spot there already. That 63 car, so he's got some work to do here, try to get his spot back. Start on the outside pole. The 41 gets away. 88 now up to the 2nd position. Will Dunbar.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here already. So much for that caution-free event, huh? Take a look and see what happened here. A little bit of patience. Jim Willis here catching up to the field. Looks like he might have been involved. We'll take a look and see what happened. Get Willis, Dennis Uderchin get together right there, and then coming across the track, and Willis into the fence. Take a look at this again. Willis on the bottom line there, Dennis Uderchin up on the high line. And there was contact right there. I think that just, again, coming off the turns, things get tight in a hurry, and this guy's trying to miss it and got it, you know, there was even more shenanigans. It's like maybe that 33 car might have gotten down into the 53 a little bit. 12 car here. He's trying to miss that, and he gets turned. We'll take a look here. See just ahead, and we're looking at that 12 car, but things get tight right there. And those guys get together ahead, and Felimanov, he's going to get through. Take a look at this move he makes, make it through, but 33 gets taken out there as well.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
So that was a hard look there. Dennis and Jim getting together. I think we called that a racing deal. Looked like they both were, one was moving up just a little bit, the other one moving down a little bit, and they get together. Again, things tighten up in a hurry there. Coming off the turn, but first caution flag, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully that's the only one we have. Test our driver tags out. Look at that, man. Paul Brown, Will Dunbar, P1, P2. That'll definitely help us on sorting the field as well. Not sure the safety car needs a number, but okay. Take a look at Eugene Zaglotko. I mentioned that was on
Pit road will be open this
Dennis.
time.
Maybe that was Zaglotko there. I thought it was Dennis. I might have been wrong, but so, Eugene Zaglotko coming back out on track in that 33 car. So Richard Brooks in here as well. Now good to see Richard in the chat session. So the lights are going to go out at this place. We've already got long shadows on board here with the race leader, Paul Brown, in the 41 car. So some long shadows, and then we're going to have the lights, or the sun go down and the lights come on. Don't forget, later tonight we have the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way. Race number 5 of the season, 110 laps at Nashville Super Speedway. Saturday Night Thunder is awesome, man. Love this series, and this has been around for a long time. Really, the series that started at HORL back in 2001, just doing some pickup races on a Saturday night, and it molded into the Saturday Night Thunder, and here we are 20 years later, still racing this series. So come on out. Race number 5 of the season. Love to have you. Racing starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, John Stanley is shown a lap down here. I'm not sure what's happened to him. John Stanley is 1 lap down, so he's had some pretty significant repairs. It looks like Paul Brown's going to start on the outside line. Will Dunbar starts on the inside. Bezrikov starts 3rd. Bezrikov is in 4th. All right, 88-41. Side by side for this restart. Bezrikov making in 3 and 4th. Munkasi, Madu 5th and 6th.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Here we go. .41 up on the outside line, showing some muscle there. Got some good racing here in the pack, and this is Alexander Macon running in the 3rd position. That 10 car, the 63 of Gary Madu. Oh, Gary Madu there, Macon get together, a little bumping. Macon losing a position as Gary Madu gets by. Oh, right there, tight, coming off turn 4. That's what I was talking about. Macon almost gets into the wall. Look at that, Nikolai Bezrikov now getting by in that 23 car. Behind him, Zach Munkasi, and that mobile sponsored number 29 gets through. Take a look at Munkasi here in the 29 car. He's looking pretty solid. A great race last night. Dennis Vandeven looking to move up. Right now, running in the 7th position. Running behind Alexander Macon. Good side-by-side run here from Meshkov and Filimonov. Meshkov in the 77 car running in the 10th position. Filimonov drops back to the 11th spot. Oh, Meshkov way up the track right there. Touches the wall. Might made a contact with the wall. He holds on to that thing now coming through the tri-oval. This track will beat you to death. On board here with Alexander Meshkov. 62 just ahead, and that is Stanislav Pavlov in the 62 car. We got a battle here for the race lead in the 63 of Gary Madu. Showing some strength here through the tri-oval. The 41 of Paul Brown going to lose a spot now. Drops back to the 2nd position. We got a new race leader, and that is Gary Madu in the 63 car. Paul Brown in 2nd. Will Dunbar in the 3rd position. Look at this, Zach Munkasi. This pass a little while ago there on Alexander Macon down on the inside line. Good clean pass there. Great racing between the two of those guys. And that's what it takes here, man. Give and take. Be able to keep yourself in the hunt. Oh! Alexander Meshkov, the 62. Little contact. Pavel Filimonov going to take advantage of that and get by. So Filimonov now up to the 10th position as Meshkov loses the spot. This Dennis Uderchin in the 47 car. right now running in the 8th position. 62, Stanislav Pavlov running it in the 62 car just behind. Gary Madu continuing to lead the field. Paul Brown in second, Will Dunbar third, Bezrikov in the 4th position, Munkasey is in 5th. Their first race out there, Jeffrey Trevor, right now running in the 17th position. It's a little bit of a learning curve here with this series, but nonetheless, doing a good job here in his first race out. Good to see him out here. Ed Palumbo in the 50, was he running the 54? No, he's in the 11 car. Hitting by that 77 on the inside line. Side by side, Ed Palumbo clearing Alexander Meshkov. Meshkov fighting back on the outside. He's going to make a race of it, the 77 car. He's got a lot of stock car experience. He's not going to be the easiest guy to pass. The 11 car still trying to make that pass. Coming through the tri-oval area. They're side by side. Great racing there between Meshkov and Ed Palumbo in the 11 car. Still side by side. And Palumbo cannot quite clear the 11. Oh, man. Crazy right there. Preston Hassel in the 27 car. Oh, there's contact. We've got a car coming around here. John Stanley, I'm not sure what happened to him, but oh, man, there was hard contact. Well, car coming down pit lane. I don't know what happened there, man. Take a look here as 33 gets up in the back of the 12 right there, and the 12 sideways. He's trying to hang on, and looks like the 00 got off track or got up into the wall or something. He got down. He got in this mix as well. Take a look and see here what happened to Givaldo Spindola. He's up in the wall right here. He gets into the wall. He bounces off the wall and comes across and gets into the 33 car and the 12. And those guys, oh man, that was a hard lick right there. Stanislav Pavlov, Denis Yudichin here battling it out. 47 and the 62. Oh, and there's contact there. The 47. What, whether they got together or what, but 47 hard into the wall. That 47 car, Denis Yudichin, hard into the wall there for him. Take a look and see what happened. These guys side by side here. Oh, he just comes down. He gets off the wall. Looks like he was pulling that car off the wall and gets down into the 62 and then slamming into the outside wall. That 47 car just trying to overcorrect there, I think, a little bit. Keep that car off the wall and gets himself in trouble. Christian Wilson. Alexander Meshkov battling it out. Christian Wilson in that 30 car. Tim Hortons, he's got some coffee for us today. Meshkov into 77. Not able to make that pass, stays in the 13th position. Christian Wilson in 12. 33, Eugene Zaglotko. And the 25, Jeffrey Trevor. So Zaglotko gets by in that 33 car. 77, Ed Palumbo and Denis Yudichin in the 47 here battling for position. Ed Palumbo in the 11 gets by. Now takes over the 10th position. Christian Wilson trying to follow him through. Christian Wilson in the Supra does get through. '41 and the 63 side by side. This is for the race lead. Paul Brown, Gary Madu battling it out here for P1, the 63 has that outside
Yellow,
line
yellow,
and
yellow.
maybe a little bit of help there. We got a yellow flag. Oh! And we got a wreck right there. There's the yellow flag. Oh, the 62 had nowhere to go and gets absolutely annihilated. 41. He is got some huge damage there. See what happened here. The 41 went off the turn, and then the 88 gets into the wall and slams into the 41 car. 23 gets through, and oh, the 62 has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go for the 62. What a horrible sequence for him. This is a little bit this is going to be on board here with Pavel Filimonov, and he is going to be in a world of hurt. Actually, he makes it through. Look at this. But huge contact between the 62 and the 41. Oh, yeah, the 88 got into the wall and then got into that 41 car. See, everything comes together right there, and then that 62. So we're actually showing.
Will be open this time for lead lap cars.
It looks like Moncasey there is unfortunately past the field, it looks like. So it looks like Moncasey has passed the pace car for some reason.
Pit road will be open this time.
He's coming down pit lane, it looks like. So we've got that squared away, I believe. And I think Nikolai Bezhikov in the 23 will be the race leader here, so we had to get things sorted out there. Sorry for the silence. Trying to get things figured out. So the 23, Nikolai Bezhikov, the race leader. Gary Madu shown in the second position. Don't forget the Bushwhacker Series will be back in action next week. Not next week, the week after next. We're off for Christmas on December the 24th. But we'll be back in action on December the 31st for Talladega Superspeedway. 70-lap race there, race number 8 of the season. And this will be a fun one, man. There are going to be a lot of people out, I think. Maybe not going out and celebrating out in public on New Year's Eve. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout on the Bushwhacker Series. We had a great one last night. Like 18 drivers, I believe. We have 19 here today. How about that? 19 drivers joining us on a Saturday afternoon here in the United States. Of our European friends, Russian friends as well coming out. Really kind of why we have this series now, or this season in this time slot, is those guys all really requested to have European folks in particular really requested to have some stock cars in this time slot. So we've had a lot of guys come out. Pretty good race here so far. We had a little bit of 2 caution flags, 28 laps in. Bezhikov's going to start on the inside line, the 63. Gary Madu will start on the outside line. Alexander Macon starts on the inside line in the 3rd position. Looks like Filimonov starts in the 4th position. Okay, here we go. Getting ready to get side by side here. Hopefully, I don't know what's going on there in the back. These guys got to figure it out. But
Green flag, go, go, go.
looks like we got some penalties to clear, I believe. All right, sorry, a little clear in penalties because guys can't figure out how to follow the instructions of the game and follow whomever that's telling them to follow.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We get a yellow flag here. My heavens, man. This is we were getting back going. So Gary Madu picks up a pace car here. take a look and see what happened. Take a look and see what happened here. Like the 43 and the 00 get together. Excuse me, the 47 and the 00. That 47 hard into the inside wall, and so is the 00. And we'll take a look at this again. Looks like the 00 gets into the 47 car. And that comes across the track and hard contact with both those guys.
Pit road will be open this time. Release that car.
All right, 63 is the race leader. Gary Madu, the leader, Bezrikov in second, Vandeven third, Filimonov in fourth, Ed Palumbo in the fifth position, Meshkov in sixth, Preston Hassel seventh, Christian Wilson in eighth, Zachman Casey shown in the ninth position, and Will Dunbar in 10th. So a couple of yellow flags here together, and hopefully that's going to get it. They'll get it out of their system here.
Pit road will be open this time.
Saturday Night Thunder headed your way here in a little while. Nashville Super Speedway. Racing starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 5 of the season. A great series there. This is a stock car series, open setups, 1X tires, 1X fuel, a 60% damage setting, so a little bit of a penalty there, getting into the wall or any contact you may have, creating some damage. You got to be really careful. Keep yourself out of trouble at this particular track. Come on out and join us. Nashville's a fun one. We'd love to have you. We call it Beat Up on the Broadcaster Night. I'll be out there behind the driver's wheels. We got some guys making pit stops. It's Gary Madu in the 63 leading the field. Bezrikov got a good night here under his belt so far. He is running in the second position. Dennis Vandeven third. Filimonov in fourth. So Vandeven's worked his way up the field now in P3. Filimonov in the fourth spot. Ed Palumbo in fifth. Meshkov in the sixth spot. to glide coast.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
All right, too wide here now. That means we're going to go green this time by. 63, as Michael Brooks is saying, he is lightning fast. That is true. So Gary Madu on the inside line will lead the field to take the green flag. Bezhikov starts in the second position. Dennis Vandeven third. All right, here we go. Pace car
Green
is
flag,
off.
Go, go, go. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
My heavens, what are they doing? See what happened here. So there's something happened there. 29 car came around. I think he might have on board here with him on this restart. And he spun his wheels there and lost control of his car. It spun. And I think we had a 33 car come across the track as well. .33 car, he came across the track. I'm not sure why he was starting so far back, but he was lagging back. He gets sideways right there and comes across the track in front of the 88 car. That actually brought out the caution flag. So 29. So the 29 comes across in front of the 88. The 88 backs off. But watch this 33 car. He gets up there on the outside, almost gets into the wall, and comes across the nose of the 88 car. And that's actually what brought out the caution flag. Nikolai Bezhikov has gotten that lead.
Pit road will be open this time. Release that car.
All right. Wow, we got a little crazy right there. Mezhikov, the leader. Filimonov in the second position. Meshkov third. Vandeven fourth. So a little messy here. We had a we've had a little bit of a messy race here as of the last 20 minutes or 30 minutes here. But the first part of the race here pretty solid. So good racing. These guys have just lost their patience here. Relax. We've got a long race to go. I said be patient. That was one of my keys, wasn't it? Patience. Patience somewhere. I should have said patience on the restart. There you go. Bumps. Okay. That one hadn't been much of an issue. Managed the tri-oval. We did see some guys get up in the wall there coming off turn 4 into the tri-oval. Pit stops on point. We haven't really had anything other than caution flag pit stops. And then patience in traffic. That's mainly it right there, patience in traffic. I'd say patience on the restart too, because you're going to break those tires loose if you're not careful. Hold your line on the restarts, man. Don't dive down to the bottom line or go up to the top line. Maintain a fair distance between you and the car in front of you. These are really not that difficult, but these guys are forgetting that they need to win it or don't need to win it on the first lap. I don't know what's going on, but settle down a little bit. But now we're working on our, I think, 4th caution flag, so a little challenging for these guys right now. Take a look at the schedule here in the Showdown series. Of course, next week we're off for Christmas. I can't believe Christmas is already here. My heavens. Bristol Motor Speedway coming up on January the 1st. Everybody going to be mad and ready to beat up on each other. What a better place than Bristol. Indianapolis Motor Speedway coming up on 8th of January. Texas, Nashville, and then Talladega to finish out the month of January and the season. So we'll look at that back half of that schedule with Indy, Texas, Nashville, and Talladega. What a great bunch of tracks there. Hopefully we're doing okay as far as
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
getting a 1 to go here. Everybody getting things lined up. All right, the 23 will lead the field to take the green flag. The 66 starts on the inside line. Everybody be patient, man. Be patient. Let's get racing and start making some passes. Tires are going to be cold. Got to be patient.
Green flag.
All right,
go,
back
go.
to green. Be patient here. Here we go. Let's get this thing going. Get back to racing. We had some great racing early on. And Bezhikov to the front and running away there a little bit. Good start for him. We got a good battle there between the 72 and the 66. 72, Dennis Vandeven now has his car in the second position. Good run there for him. Ed Palumbo in the 11 car, now up to P4. Just behind him is the 41. Paul Brown, he's had an earlier incident here, so we don't know how good that car is. Meshkov right now in a little bit of a hornet's nest. Just ahead of him, the 30. Christian Wilson making that pass. Meshkov in the Subway sponsor number 77. Inside line. And we got a good battle here. The 63 getting by the 27 here on the start. 63 of Gary Madu now picking up a spot there. Preston Hassel having a battle with the 29. Also the 10 below him. So side by side, the 10 and the 27. Alexander Macon, they're trying to get by on the inside as the 27 of Preston Hassel battling back. They're good side-by-side racing there, but Macon ends up picking up that spot. Preston has to dive in. Oh, he gets into the wall coming off the turn, so a little contact there for the 27 car. Alexander Macon now flows it in. Looks like these guys are going to go 3 wide here through the trioval if they're not careful. 66. Pavel Filimonov, he says, hey, you guys go ahead there, fight it out for right now. I'm going to chill, but they were 3 wide. A lot of racing to go here, not even halfway. These guys are racing like it's the last lap. Zach Casey here trying to get around Preston Hassel. He's getting around that 27 car on the inside line. Eugene Zaglotko in that 33. Excuse me, that's Eugene Zaglotko, I believe, in the 33 car just ahead. As now the 29 gets by. And I think that 27 car has got a little bit of a boogered up race car. Out there's the 77 and the 66 battling it out. Alexander Meshkov in the 77 car, that Subway sponsor machine. We got a yellow flag here. Oh, right there, that's what caused the yellow flag. And oh, the 33 car get together. Take a look here. Again, we said through that trioval area, things can get a little dicey. Filimonov in the 66 comes up and gets into the Alexander Macon. Oh, and the 33 gets caught in that as well. 27, some contact. Board here as he gets down really low, almost into the grass right there, but comes across the track, and on the outside of him, another car there. Just a little bit earlier here. Macon has a good run here on the outside, and then it looks like that 66 car goes by and or gets up into it. Preston Hassel trying to get through, and he's going to end up contact right there, just nowhere to go. Dunbar, he sees that 66 comes across.
this time. Release that car.
23 of Nikolai Bezhikov, leader, and they just tightened up there. I said things get tight coming off the turns, and that Troy Oval area, that's where things get a little dicey. You got to be very careful doing side-by-side through there. I know I've been racing for years, over 20 years, and I'm still never think I figure out how to race side-by-side through the Tri-Oval area. We got some guys on pit lane here. See the 23, Nikolai Bezhikov coming down pit lane. So the leaders on pit lane. And Casey staying out here to get some laps led. Take a look at Stanislav Pavlov as he's making his pit stop, now finishing up, coming back out on track. Zachman Casey getting some laps led, and he's going to undoubtedly come down pit lane. Giving up some track position to get some bonus points. This is the 29 car. We watch Stanislav Pavlov back out.
Pit road will be open this time.
So Marquez still out here. Maybe he's gambling a little bit, maybe on some old tires. I don't know if that's going to work out for him. Bezhikov, after making pit stop, comes back out in the second position. The 30, Christian Wilson in third, 41, Paul Brown fourth. Don't forget to visit us over at highoctaneracing.net. If you're interested in racing with us, good place to get a hold of us. Also, link to the Discord channel on that page if you'd like to join a server, and I should say Discord server. If you'd like to join us, get race info there as well. Of course, tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Perfect for rFactor 2, and also hosting your own website. That's EliteHostingUSA.com.
It'll be one to go this time by.
All right, getting the one to go. But Casey on older tires. So Zachman Casey in the 29 car is going to lead the field to take the green flag this time, and he is on a little bit older tires here. So we'll see how this works out. Bezhikov in second in the 23. The 30 of Christian Wilson, that Tim Horton-sponsored Supra, running in third. 41, Paul Brown in fourth. Ed Palumbo fifth. Dennis Vandeven in the 72 starts in the sixth position. So this is going to be an interesting restart. Zachman Casey. 29 will lead the field to take the green flag. Do not spin those tires. Here we go. Pace car's off.
Green flag, go,
Back
go,
to
go.
green. 11 car on the inside. He's in the grass. 29, good start there. The 23 of Bezhikov. Oh, tucks in. The 41 gets into the back of him. These guys sideways. The 41 almost spins. So I don't know what happened to the patience, but that did not happen on that restart. The 27 and the 62 side by side. These guys get it figured out. That 41 dropping back. He was absolutely wrecked in that 41 car. Zachman Casey there, opening up some gap on the rest of the field. Bezhikov is in second. Vandeven third. Meshkov in fourth. Will Dunbar in the fifth position in that 88 car. Christian Wilson now back to sixth, so not a great restart for him. And Casey up in that 29 car, leading the field. Preston Hassel here having a battle. The 62. Also Gary Madu in that 63 car in this. This battle here, the 41 trying to get through. 47, letting those guys go through. 47, Uderchin off the pace there just a little bit. 5 laps down in that 47 car, so he's letting those guys go. 66, Abla Filimonov now gets through. Gary Madu and the 27 of Preston Hassel having a good battle. Madu running in the 7th position, Preston Hassel in 8th. Maybe guys are settling down here a little bit. A lot of single file racing right now. The 12 of John Stanley, been a tough night for him. He is the first car 1 lap down, so he's in the lucky dog position if there is a caution flag. Ed Palumbo running in the 11th position. Been a busy night for him. Preston Hassel up on the high line as the 62 getting by. Stanislav Pavlov getting through. So that's 62 car now up to the 8th position. Preston Hassel back to 9th. The 41, Paul Brown in 10th. And Ed Palumbo in the 11th spot. Paul Brown to the inside of the 27 car. It's side-by-side racing here as the 27 using that outside line and that run to hold on to that spot. On board here with Paul Brown in the 41 car. And see how bumpy this track is. In side-by-side coming off the turn down the backstretch. Has to tuck in. Cannot get the run he needs. It's that 27 car using the toe from the 62. Christian Wilson and the 63 of Gary Madu. Gary Madu down to the inside line. He's getting by that 30 car. The 63 on the move. Now up to the 6th position. Paul Brown keeps working on that 27 car. 27 car up the track there is the 41 down on the bottom side. The 41 with a little bit of help from the 11 getting through as the 27 car might have scraped the wall. He lost 2 positions. Gary Madu continuing to make some spots here, gain some spots. He gets by. He gets by the 88. Will Dunbar now back to the 6th position as the 63 moves up to 5th. Pavel Filimonov and John Stanley here battling it out. Filimonov in the 66 car. And John Stanley in the 12 car, side by side. Preston Hassel in that 27 car. Oh, there's contact right there. There's contact. The caution flag is out. We'll see what happened here. It looked like Preston Hassel might have been involved. See Filimonov in the 66. Down the backstretch. And then right there, the 27 coming across the nose of the 66 car, and then hard into the inside wall for the 27 car. That was a hard lick, and then more contact that looked like Jeffrey Trevor. Looking out of the front of John Stanley's machine, you see that 27 car just continuing to come down the track and gets into the 66. I mean, there's going to be hard contact as he comes across the track, and Jeffrey Trevor has nowhere to go. Watch this. Oh, man, absolute hard lick for him. Take a look at this trackside view as the 27 comes flying up the track and gets into the 25 car, puts him into the wall. So getting some folks coming in here and chatting. Who's a J-Dog and Shoddy J? But good to see Emmy in here. I don't know who Joxer Mo is. Who's Joxer Mo? So Munkasey is the leader. Vandeven in second to 72. Bezhikov third. Meshkov fourth. Madu in fifth. Dunbar in sixth. You know Munkasey was going to be coming down. You know Munkasey was going to be coming down because he stayed out. Off. We're behind the crowd. A horrible camera view, but see if we can't move that camera a little bit. There we go. Behind the crowd again. Behind the crowd. Good battle there off pit lane. The 29 car and the 63 had a good battle off pit lane. So Nikolai Bezhikov in the 23 is the race leader here. 64 laps in. Lemonov is in second. Christian Wilson third. Meshkov in the fourth position. We might see a new winner here this race. Don't forget, coming up later tonight, we have Nashville Super Speedway, race number 5 of the season in the Saturday Night Thunder. 110 laps from that great Super Speedway. Concrete, abrasive, flat, wide. Recipe for some great racing. That's Beat the Broadcaster night. If you're interested in coming out and beating up on me, I'll be in the cockpit there, the driver's seat. The Bushwhacker Series headed your way on December the 31st, so we're off next week. We'll be back at it for 70 laps at Talladega. Race number 8 of the season. All right, so the 23, the 12 of John Stanley. John Stanley, I think, should have been the lucky dog here. I'm not sure Maybe it ended up getting one lap back now. Stanley coming down pit lane. See the 12 car making his way down pit lane to take some service.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
All right, the 23 has elected to go to the outside line, and that it's the 30 on the inside line. All right, so we're going to go green this time by. Yeah, I see the stream is having some issues there, but nothing I can do about that. Can't shut off my modem in the middle of the broadcast. So thanks, Mike. I see that there's some drop frames, so it is what it is. I do have a hard copy of this, so I can upload it to YouTube if I need to do so. Christian Wilson's going to start on the inside line now. 30 car. All right, the 23 car on the outside line, the race leader. So he's elected to take that outside line here on this restart. Here we go. Hopefully everybody exercising some patience here. Again, tough on these restarts, man. Bunches everybody up on cold tires. A bumpy track, tight tri-oval. Bezrikov gets out to the lead there. And Casey, the 29, in second. Gary Madu in a 63 car in this pack. These guys trying to figure it out. 77, Alexander Meshkov up on the high side. And Palumbo almost get together right there. Meshkov in the grass. He saves it. Or does he? Madu wants to get around this mess. Christian Wilson there dropping back in the 30 car. The 72 and the 63 get by. Ed Palumbo in the 11 now. He's trying to get by. So we're taking a look at this 30 car. Christian Wilson, that Tim Horton sponsor machine. Through the tri-oval, side by side. The 41 now trying to get by on the high side. Christian Wilson trying to find a way to breathe. The 62 now in this mix. Stanislav Pavlov down to the inside line there, trying to get by that 30 car. Pavlov in the Chevy. 30, Christian Wilson in the Toyota. Side by side here through the tri-oval. The 30 car has got him cleared. He might have gotten into the outside wall. Gary Madu and Nikolai Bezrikov here battling it out. As Zachman Casey claims the lead. Side by side there, Madu gets by. And now Dennis Vandeven gets through. Zachman Casey now out to the race lead. This will be a huge win for him. 71 laps in, 30 laps to go. I guess we're on 71, lap 71. Take a look at Will Dunbar in the 88 car. He and Christian Wilson battling it out side by side. Will Dunbar in that 88 down the inside line as the 30 up on the outside line. Alexander Macon also in this mix. Alexander Macon up on the outside line. He's trying to figure out who to go with here, and Christian Wilson clears the 88 of Will Dunbar. Oh, man, they tighten up right there coming off the turn. Alexander had to make take some evasive action. The 66 getting through. Pavel Filimonov having a battle now with the 10 car. Man, we got some great racing going on. Take a look at the 41. Paul Brown running in P5. Just behind Ed Palumbo. Bezrikov in the 23 car running in the 6th position. Vandeven's got through. He's in 3rd. And Casey out to about a 2nd lead over the field. 63, Gary Madu running in the 2nd position. Dennis Vandeven in 3rd. Ed Palumbo running 4th. Paul Brown rounding out the top 5. Everybody sort of settling down here a little bit. Christian Wilson in the 30 car. Tim Horton's sponsor machine now running into 10th position. Alexander Macon there working on the bottom side. Just ahead of him, Pavel Filimonov. He's starting to look on that 88 car. He has got some racing going on behind him. We got somebody in the grass there. Zaglotko, I think, is in the grass. Eugene Zaglotko got off the track. I don't know whether maybe he slammed the wall, and he does. He slams the wall coming off turn 4. He's in the grass. He's going to have some hard right side damage, but the caution does not wave. He is almost wrecked there. Does a great job of hanging on to that 33 car. Pavel Filimonov. We got a yellow flag here. They finally did it in. You guys can't go 15 laps here without figuring out how to wreck things. As Filimonov at 66 gets that spot. Yeah, they can't figure out how to not bring out caution flags, I guess, but we just keep finding a way to drive around here under yellow. We'll take a look and see what happened. Christian Wilson involved in this. See the 10 and the 30, and things are going to get tight there. And the 10 climbing up the track as the 30 looks like he might have come down a little bit too. As those guys get into the wall. Take a look at this. These guys in the turns, and it looks like both those guys coming off their groove just a little bit more of the 30 car, I believe. Probably have to give that one to him. That Tim Horton sponsor machine in the fence. The 10 car following him. So caution flag here, but we are winding down the race. We've got a lot of advertisements in, though, haven't we? There's a positive to this. Michael Brooks said, can we just have one fuel run, just one? Yeah. You read my mind, Michael. You read my mind. You know, I think when we do get to going green here, we do have some pretty good running, but guys, just what I say, man, I mean, on this last deal here, it looked like, well, the one before this, I should say, it looked like, where Zaglotko come through, didn't bring out the caution flag, but came through the grass. He got up into the wall, and it was coming off turn 4. I mentioned that you got to be really careful coming off turn 4. You run out of room in a hurry. But these guys just, a lot of them not used to really running stock cars, so that's part of it. And you've got a mix of people who are veterans, and they sometimes lack a little patience there in dealing with that type of thing. But I think really for the sorting thing, everybody's sort of gotten things figured out here for the most part. 29 is Zachman Casey leading the field. The 63 of Gary Madu is in the 2nd position. .72 of Dennis Vandeven 3rd, Ed Palumbo 4th, Paul Brown in 5th. You see those guys coming down pit lane. So we'll go by here. We'll let on board with Zachman Casey in his pit stall. And we'll watch him trackside view as well. As McCasey finishes up his pit stop. A little squirrely there getting out of his pit stall. Is now the race leader here getting some points is the 88 car, Will Dunbar, an Elite Hosting USA sponsor machine. Speaking of that, that's a good time to talk about EliteHostingUSA.com if you're interested in an rFactor 2 server or a website. Come on in and check out EliteHostingUSA.com.
Pit road will be open this time.
John Stanley up in the second position, so he's gotten the lucky dog that he needs. Now he's going to be coming down pit lane. John Stanley making a pit stop. So you see him on pit lane. So he's finishing up his pit stop. Now, Will Dunbar, I think, is going to be making a pit stop this time by the 88 car. Says he's got to go babysit his kids. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Saturday Showdown series. Of course, we'll be off next week for Christmas, and then we'll be back at it on January the 1st, close out that first of the half of the season at Bristol Motor Speedway. Second half of the season starts on January the 8th, and we got Indy, Texas, Nashville, and Talladega finishing out the season on January the 29th. So a great little 8-race season.
It'll be one to go.
Should be a fun one at Bristol, man. You're talking about patience, woo, or lack thereof. You don't exercise patience at Bristol, you're going to get your butt handed to you, that's for sure. That's coming up next week. Or I should say the next race. All right, the 29 and the 11. Ed Palumbo's got that 11 car up front. He's on the outside, 63. Gary Madu starts in the third position, the 41. Paul Brown starts in fourth. 29 has been solid all night long here, so let's see what he can do with some of those NASCAR boys up front.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to. Hopefully everybody's going to be a little patient now. Get yourself going here, and let's finish this bad boy under green. We're side by side for the third position as the 41 on the outside line, inches ahead of the 63. Gary Madu in that 63 car. Now has to tuck in behind the 41 car. Dennis Vanoven and Stanislav Pavlov, they get battling it out. The 72 makes that pass. He's now in P5. The 62 here battling back. He's got to run. Gets into the back of the 72 car a little bit. 62, Stanislav Pavlov. 72, Dennis Vandeven. Alexander Meshkov in this mix in that 77 car. Pavel Filimonov in the 66. Trying to gain some spots here. John Stanley here having a battle with the 33. That 33 car is not on the lead lap. He's actually in the 13th position in the lucky dog spot, but John Stanley in the 12 side by side there with it. And Zachman Casey continuing to lead. Ed Palumbo in the 11 is in second. Gary Madu third. Paul Brown fourth. Vandeven in the 5th position. Madu to the high side. Side by side here with the 11 and the 63. 11 car, Ed Palumbo on the bottom line. Gary Madu in the 63 up on the high line. The 63 gains that spot, now sets his sights on the 29. Zachman Casey in the 29 car. Gary Madu in the 63. '62 and the 77 here battling it out. Not sure what happened there, but Vandeven and Paul Brown got together. Oh, there's contact right. Oh, more contact. That's 72 hanging on. Gary Madu now vying for the race lead here. 29 up on the outside is the 63 pushing the issue. Gary Madu battling the 29 of Zachman Casey, and he takes the race lead. Can he clear that 29? He does. A new race leader there, Gary Madu. Zachman Casey now drops back to the 2nd position. Ed Palumbo is in 3rd. Dennis Vandeven continuing to make some spots here, take some positions. Getting around the 12 car. John Stanley up on the outside. As the 72 clears the 12. The 12 now in a little bit of a hornet's nest there with the 33. Looking out of the back of Dennis Vandeven's car, John Stanley. Eugene Zaglotko in the 33. Zaglotko not for position. Gains that position on the track. Gary Madu leading here on lap 89. Can we finish this bad boy under green? Zachman Casey in the 2nd position. Ed Palumbo 3rd. Paul Brown in 4th. Stanislav Pavlov in the 62, running in the 5th position. Alexander Meshkov, he's got a pretty solid race in that Subway sponsor machine, running in 6th. Just behind him, Nikolai Bezhikov. It's like Pavel Filimonov might have got into the wall there as the 10 car, Alexander Macon, gets by. Take a look at this. You see that 66 get into the wall, and the 10 on the outside line, he's going to get by and claims that spot. So a lot of room there from the 66 after he made contact with the wall. We'll take a look at this again. You see that 66 coming across the track after making contact, and Macon up on the high side gets by. So Filimonov now drops back to the 9th position as Macon now in 8th. Gary Madu not able to get away from that 29 car. The 29 closing back in. Down to the inside. The 29 car, this would be a huge win for him. So Madu and McCasey battling it out. You start to close out this race. 7 laps to go. You'd say 8 laps to go. Oh, there, McCasey gets onto the apron, scrubs off some speed, and that gives a little bit of a gap to the 63 car. Little gap for the 63. He's got the breathing room that I think he might need. Ed Palumbo and Paul Brown here battling for the third position. Ed Palumbo in P3 in the 11 car. The 41, Paul Brown, running in P4. Stanislav Pavlov rounding out the top 5. He wants to see these guys get a little racy. This is what we want. We want to see green flag to the end. The 63 now has to hold off a charge by the 29 car. These guys continuing to close in on those guys. The P3, P4 closing in on P1 and 2. We might have a 4-way battle for the win. Alexander Makin in the 10 car, down below Nikolai Bezhikov. Oh, and there's contact right there between the 23 and the 10, and the 10 gains that spot. Now coming off turn 4 through the trioval, sets his sights on Alexander Bezhikov. To the 10 car, got by the 23. Hard-earned position.
Yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, no. As we had a battle there for the lead. We've got a yellow flag here. Guys starting to take some chances at the end. Take a look and see what happened here. The Gladko and the 20 and the 12 of John Stanley get together. Not for position. As you see that John Stanley travels on, but the 33 backs it into the wall. Right here. Went off the turn. And then the 12 and the 33 get together. Take a look at this again. You see 12 and the 33 right there. Looks like that 12 might have drifted down and got into the 33, and then those guys, it was the 33 car getting into the wall. Christian Wilson spun as well. It might have been after the fact. He's coming around, trying to avoid, and he gets into the wall. So the 30 car into the wall. So, wow, the 12, I'm not sure, man. I'm going on board there. I didn't really see a turn of the wheel. And look at this again. From that perspective, definitely looks like, I don't know, it's hard to say on that one. Get a look at the 33 and his proximity to the line. Those look like 33 might have drifted up there. But
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
Thomas Goldwolm joining us in here in the chat session. He should be out here running. I thought he signed up to race in this league. I mean, what happened to that? My heavens. As we are getting some guys coming down pit lane here. The race leaders coming down pit lane for a green-white checker. As the 63 of the 29 ducking into their pit stalls, giving up the race lead. The 62 is going to stay out, maybe. We'll see. The 77 also staying out. So 62-77. Alexander Macon in the 10 car up to the 3rd position. Bezrikov in the 23. I'll tell you what, man, I don't know if I would have pitted and given up track position to these guys. You got some guys that have a lot of really, although although across the pond, as we say, racing from Russia and Eastern Europe and Europe, some of these guys have a pretty significant amount of stock car experience. So, and they've kept their cars up off front all night long. I know Meshkov, I've seen him race stock cars many, many times, and he's up front now, and he's not going to be an easy car to pass. Really not. Pavlov, Meshkov, Macon, Bezrikov, Filimonov, top 5. Ed Palumbo 6th. And we have got a green-white checker. Again. A green-white checker here facing us. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of patience on this restart. I really don't. So we'll see what happens here, what these guys decide to do. Who's going to choose the high line, who's going to choose the low line, and who is going to duck down pit lane. I would not, at this point, I would just stick with what I got.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
All right, green, white, checker. Meshkov on the outside line. Pavlov on the inside line in the 62. The 23, Bezrikov starts on the outside line. The 10 of Alexander Macon on the inside line. I'll tell you what, I'm betting this does not end under green. That's what I'm betting. I don't think there's going to be any patience exercised here. And remember, we are on cold tires. This is going to be mashing the gas to the floorboard. Green-white checker. We got Pavlov and Meshkov side by side. That front row.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go. Back to green. And there we go. We already got guys into one another on the restart. 23 did not get in the gas there. He's lost some position. They're side by side here as a 62 down to the bottom line to 77 on the outside line. This might be a battle for the race win here. 62 gets through. The 77 gives him a little bit of a bumper right there. 62, Stanislav Pavlov. Got one more lap to hold off Meshkov. They're in the grass behind. In the grass behind is the 62 and the 77 battling it out here on the last lap. The 62's opened up a little bit of a gap there. Ed Palumbo in this mix now. Down the backstretch, the 62, huge lead here. Can he hold on to it? 77 car, 77 car gets punched in the back, I think, by the 11 car. And they're wrecking. And the 62 comes away with the race win. Stanislav Pavlov. Ed Palumbo finishes in the second position. Paul Brown third, Gary Madu fourth, and Meshkov finishes in the fifth spot. I don't know what happened there, but there was some shenanigans at the last. So Stanislav Pavlov gets the win. I don't know what happened there. Meshkov was up the track. I think he got hit. Take a look here. Just a little bit earlier. I think Meshkov got hit earlier. Right here, it looks like Ed Palumbo going down to the bottom line right there. And then more contact. So great race there for the 62 car. I had to remember to get the screenshot, man. Wow, so what a finish to that race, huh? Hopefully we got that screenshot there before he disappeared. I think we did. That was a finish. So great job to Stanislav Pavlov. We'll take a look at the finisher results here, man. It got a little wild there at the end. Take a look at the finishing results. Stanislav Pavlov gets the race win. Ed Palumbo finishes in second. Paul Brown finishes in the third position. Gary Madu finishes fourth. Finishing in the fifth position is John Stanley. Alexander Meshkov finishes sixth. Zachman Casey finishes in the seventh position, and Pavel Felimonov finishes eighth. Christian Wilson finishes in the ninth position, and Alexander Macon finishes in 10th. Finishing in the 11th position is Dennis Vandeven. Nikolai Bezhikov was 12th, Eugene Zaglatko 13th. Jeffrey Trevor finishes in the 14th position, Dennis Udigen 15th. Will Dunbar comes away with a 16th place finish, Preston Hassel 17th. Givaldo Spindola finishes in the 18th position, and Jim Willis finishes in 19th. So Stanislav Pavlov gets the race win. What a gutsy move, staying out under when everybody else came down pit lane, and we had a great battle there, but Pavlov gets that Chevy Camaro in victory lane. All right, congratulations, Stanislav Pavlov, on a race victory.
Thank you.
Really a great move to stay out and not pit on that last yellow flag. Tell me what was going through your mind there as you had to race Alexander Meshkov for the race win.
We watch what leaders will do and speak about it. and stay on track and try. Sorry, trying to still leaders, and we can do it.
Congratulations. Great race to you, and good luck to you the rest of the season. You have Merry Christmas off next week, but then
Yeah.
Bristol on January the 1st. Have you ever raced at Bristol Motor Speedway? And if so, how do you feel about your chances of winning at Bristol?
I can't race Bristol because we have Happy New Year, and first January is no race today. I will back in Indianapolis Super 6 Motor Speedway, and maybe again win.
All right, Ben. Congratulations. Great job today in the 62 car.
Thank you.
All right, that is Stanislav Pavlov giving us the interview. Hey, man, I'll tell you, what a great job. I say this time and time again that most people around the world also speak English. And unfortunately, I speak a little Spanish. I don't speak Russian, but we have some great Russian drivers here in this series, and very honored that these guys would come out and race with us. And Stanislav really exemplifies the talent that the Russian drivers bring to the table. So Russian rFactor 2 on Discord, I'm a member of that, and those guys do a lot of great racing there. I mean, I tell you, Pavlov is one who's competed in a number of our series here at HORL, and we definitely appreciate him. What a good paint scheme there too, huh? Nice looking paint scheme, getting that in victory lane, the 62 car. Well, we got some more racing headed your way a little bit later. The Nashville Super Speedway in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. And that's a great series. Race number 5, 110 laps from Nashville. A wide super speedway, concrete, tough on tires, tough on nerves, but a lot of room to race here. So should be a fun one. We call this Beat Up a Broadcaster Night. If you want to come out and race with us, we will be more than happy to have you. And I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can beat the broadcast. So come on out and do it, buddy. And we'll be off, obviously, for Christmas, but we'll be back at it on December the 31st, race number 8 of the season in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. And it should be a great race there. Talladega Super Speedway, big field, I suspect, for all those people who are not going to go out and party it up on New Year's Eve. 70-lap race. It'll be live right here on New Year's Eve on TurnLeftTV. And the schedule here in the Showdown series, we just showed that a little while ago, is we'll be off of Christmas next week, and we'll be back at it at Bristol Motor Speedway on January the 1st. 200-lap race at that short track, and you talk about some tempers flaring. It's going to be crazy at the short track at Bristol. Always is. Fun track, and excited to see what's in store for the Showdown series on January the 1st. Everybody be hungover. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. It has been a fun night, although we have a little bit of caution, but we had a pretty good finish. I will say, all in all, pretty good race. Other than the number of cautions, that's to be expected when you start throwing some guys that have never raced before around each other on the track at the same time. And then you start thinking about this being Charlotte. You're definitely going to have your caution flags. But hey, thanks for coming in and joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I definitely pay attention to that, how many views I have. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Encourage your friends to subscribe. We need 380 more subscribers, and we're almost there to subscribe so we can get 1,000 subscribers. And that'd be great. So, hey, thanks for coming in. Don't forget to go down in the description of this race and click on those links and go over to the Fanatec website. If you're interested in purchasing something through them, please follow my links here at TurnLeftTV. I would greatly appreciate that. But again, thanks for coming in to TurnLeftTV. Always appreciate people coming out and watching the races here. And that's going to do it for us tonight here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for being lively in the chat. Apparently, I had to go watch Spider-Man. I'm out of here.